Okay,
Bobby
sorry.
Hall coming off pit road right now.
Yep, so Bobby Hall's coming off. Sorry about the interruption we had there, folks, but we are back at it. Bobby Hall has gone ahead and pit. Alex Healy staying out, so he's still running some laps, and we'll see where this kind of puts Bobby in the shuffle.
Looks like Matt Grenier and Chris Phillips short pitted, and they are both currently running ahead of Bobby Hall.
Okay, so they pitted a little bit earlier, got out a little earlier. Now Chris Phillips is like just live here. He just unlapped himself to Gordon Spain, who is our leader at this time, and Bobby Hall has just done the same. So these guys coming back around Spain. Also, another truck that likes to go long. He's going to run out every lap that he can.
I mean, we were talking earlier about how Chris Phillips had to do something, and I don't know how he pulled it, but he somehow passed Bobby Hall, who was mm, a lot. I think it was close to 8 seconds ahead of him on the track.
Well ahead of him. He now has it. So he definitely did his job there in the pits. And now Bobby Hall looking to his outside, though. And I know the last thing these guys want to do is get to racing each other right now, because they're gonna eat up these tires way faster in this run than they want to. But Bobby Hall is going to get around here. I think Chris Phillips kind of knew that and was like, "This is not the time for that battle."
Alex Healy back on the track also. It's right around Chris Phillips, and looks like them two are going to try to catch Matt Grenier. This will be the battle for the lead once everybody cycles through.
Yep, definitely right up there with them. And with I think with Chris Phillips going in a few laps earlier, your tires are a little bit slower right now and not able to hang on with those guys. So it was a short-term gain, and we'll see what he's going to do with that information later on later pit strategies and whatnot. 88 of Wes Wigan is just now pitting as well. The 38 here is still staying out with the 41. And so the question is, when are these guys going to come in? They got to do it within probably 5 to 7 laps just for fuel alone. So it looks like they're going to run it the whole way.
Alex Healy getting a little bit aggressive running that apron.
Yeah, you can
Looks like
do
Bobby
that.
Hall gets around. Looks like Bobby Hall gets around Matt Grenier. Alex Healy gonna follow right through. Grenier just trying to keep his tires as cool as possible for the long run.
Yeah, we did notice in practice that some of the guys were trying to go to cut that apron, and you can do that. The way that this race is set up is that you will get a penalty for it, but it's a time penalty, meaning that you need to slow down. And a lot of times you can kind of game the system, and just by slowing down a little bit extra going into the next corner, you can kind of fool that clock, and then you'll be fine. So but if you don't slow down enough, then it's going to be a problem. So it's a risky game, but it can be played if you want to try it. And now we see Spain going on to pit road here. Michael Brooks has not come on yet, but so he's going to be our leader for the time being. And then that's going to hand it to Bobby Hall after that. As you see these two guys right here. So Bobby Hall has gotten around Healy, and he is going to see if he can kind of try to set sail here. But both fast trucks today.
Healy has definitely shown a lot of strength today. He's definitely giving Bobby Hall the run for his money.
Yeah, you can tell he's put in some hours practicing trying to get this right.
Looks like Bobby Hall has cycled around to be the race leader for I think the second time today. See how long he can hold on. We do know that with only a 7 point deficit, Alex Healy not only needs to pass Bobby, Bobby needs to drop one or two more spots. Bobby Hall really needs to keep his truck intact. If he lets Alex Healy by, that's only a loss of 5 points.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, when you're a driver, you want to win them all. So for this race, Bobby Hall definitely wants to win this race. But for big picture, he doesn't have to keep him behind him.
I see one person who benefited extraordinarily well from that pit cycle, and that's Steven Shu. He's all the way up into 6th place. He got around Daniel Worthington and Gordon Spain in that pit cycle, and Joshua Highball.
Yeah, he did actually. So now we'll see though if he short pitted a little bit and if he's going to be able to hold on to that. But for right now, looking good in the sixth position. And Chris Phillips is still hanging on in fourth. And so he kind of jumped a couple of spots there and is only 5 seconds back now. And so I mean, it still seems like these guys that are short pitting have a little bit of a net gain at this point. We'll see at the end of this run if that holds true. And we still see the 94 and 97 just locked up. It's just a different driver up front this time. These guys are very evenly paced today.
If there is a late race caution, it's going to be complete mayhem.
Yeah, I would expect that as well.
And no matter who's in front, every single lap, these two running almost identical lap times. If you notice, the second place always runs the same line, no matter who driver it is. Both these drivers are extremely experienced. They know what they're doing. I
Definitely
can
been
bet you both of them
practicing
are having fun
together as
right now.
well. Being that they're both Flex Motorsports teammates, I know that they've been practicing together and figured some things out, and you just see them both out there doing it. And that's just great teamwork. You don't see a lot of that in iRacing.
Looks like Bobby Hall just let him by.
Much. Not sure why. Maybe he
Smart.
just got a little loose or something. It was just like, forget it. But
May have been like, I want my tires later.
uh, not racing right now. Got a teammate that's racing you harder than you want to race, and he's just thinking big picture. I mean, he knows what the goal is here. A race win would be nice, but championship would be better.
3rd place, Matt Rainier, about 5 seconds behind this. Chris Phillips is 6 seconds. His place is all the way back, 20 some seconds back from this
That
battle for the
crazy.
lead.
And that is Dan Worthington, by the way. So he continues to come up a couple of spots here and there. But yeah, that gap is massive, and unless he gets a caution or something, that's going to kind of stall out his progress here. Got to be difficult behind the wheel of that 113 with that kind of a and where you're back there and all you got to do is pass the 15. What just happened to Alex Healy?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. He just started dropping.
He says it's out, which means he may have had a disconnect. That would be brutal.
All the way back in 14th now, 15th.
Right. We'll have to see if he reconnects or not. That looks like a disconnect to me. That is a bummer for him. But here's the thing. As far as the points go, I think Alex Healy's still going to finish second. It just means that Bobby Hall doesn't really have to do anything now, to get this. He is in the clear as Healy has unfortunately had this disconnect. And Chris Phillips now sitting in third, Grenier in second, and Worthington in third or in fourth. And all three of those guys are fighting for third place, which is great. Now we just need a caution, get them all lined up here, and let's see some real fireworks. But this series
Right,
does have
right.
long green flag runs, and so I would not expect that to happen anytime soon. These guys have figured out these trucks; they know how to drive them.
That really sucks for Alex Healy. That has to be a heartbreak.
Yep. And now I just heard, I think that was Chris Barker. Not sure who that was, but they just said congratulations, Bobby, because everybody knows now with that happening that Bobby just won the championship,
Yeah.
and he's probably going to get him a race too. We'll see.
I mean, he can't argue. He's definitely earned it. He has showed up every race. He has excelled every race, even when odds are against him.
Absolutely. Now you do see here this is the gap between Grenier and Phillips. Phillips is going to need obviously a little more help than just get around him, but he's there. He's battling him, and Healy is back in the pits now, and he is going to come back. But he will see when he comes out how many laps he's going to be down. That was just a disconnect. That is too bad. I just can't imagine what's going through his mind right now, battling a 20 race season, having a shot at it, needing a little bit of help, but having a shot at it, and then, a computer issue takes it away from him. That's just sinking feeling.
Brutal.
But as they say, the show must go on, and got a couple of guys still battling here. Looking back at the field here, I mean, this is a group of trucks here. Two teammates there for Foothills, Ledford and Shoe. Looks like Shoe just got around Ledford, so he's going to be in the fifth position. Ledford in sixth, and got Wigan and Highball behind them.
Steven Shu has been absolutely impressive today. He's up to fifth. He started last, and he is one of the faster trucks on this track.
Yeah, it would have been interesting to see if he could have started further up in the field where he would be at this point, but Ledford now has Wigan on the inside there. I believe Ledford short pitted a little bit too, didn't he? So he may have, 5 or 6 lap older tires, and that's all it takes to not be able to drive side by side with these guys and be that much slower.
Daniel Worthington has been able to keep pace with Bobby Hall. That gap has stayed kind of steady. Chris Phillips has dropped off a second or two, so I don't know how long this run will go on, but it's possible that Phillips' tires will wear out and allow Worthington to catch him pretty
Oh,
soon.
there's the 0-1. Got loose off the corner, kind of corrected back to the right and hit the wall with the right front. Still rolling, no caution. But there's got to be some damage on that right front for Ledford. It is interesting to see, to your point, that these guys are, this first stint they all spread out very far, and now those gaps are staying kind of stale. They're just sitting there where they're at. Bobby Hall might be a little bit faster, 10th or 2 per lap, um, but it's just a lot more even playing field, which is really interesting. I just wonder if as that first stint went on, that these guys just really, some of them ate up their tires early racing, and some of them didn't, and that's the difference, And they maybe just learn from that a little bit and won't do it again here.
Just watching the lap times, Bobby Hall last lap turned to 29.28. Only person even anywhere close was Daniel Worthington with a 29.38. The next lap just popped up. He's a little bit slower, but Daniel Worthington's definitely has a stronger truck than he had earlier in this race.
Absolutely, and we were just showing this group of trucks here with Ledford in them, in it, and now Bobby Hall is in the mix with these other 5 trucks and lapping all of these guys. So he's having to work through traffic, and it seems like he's still running running really good laps. Now that did obviously slow him down to a 29.73, so takes about a half a second off per lap trying to get around these trucks. But with an 8.5 second lead, I don't think that's going to be a problem. Nice to see
Looks like
the one of the trucks that chose to run our Apex grading and landscaping sponsor for the race. Nice to see that on the hood being shown out front the whole race. I love the windshield banner on Bobby Hall there as well that says half fast. He's half fast. I don't know what everybody else is.
I'd hate to see him on a day that he's full strength.
There's Matt Grinder. He's running in second, but we're up to about 9 seconds now. So now that Bobby Hall has gotten around some of those vehicles, he is definitely pulling away again. And we got some trucks pitting again. Steven Shue, Jeff Ledford, a couple of Foothills guys are on pit road now. And it's like Alex Foster's in there with them. So Team Foothills has decided that they're pitting right now. And not sure exactly. I don't think they can go the rest of the way. Although, wow, they might be able to. I think they can go the rest of the way. So they're saying, hey, let's cut these stints in half so that we have faster tires. And if we get a caution, we still got a set. And these guys that are, going to stay out longer are going to be running slower laps. So this could work out for these guys. But the one Foothills guy that not done it is Chris Phillips. And he's one running in third with so much on the line right now. So we'll have to see if this works out for these other Foothills guys. Now, Ledford, of course, is a couple laps down. And so is Shue at this point. That may just be because they pit, so we'll have to see how they cycle out.
I mean, they were a lap down to begin with. They didn't have anything to lose.
Nothing to lose at that point. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Bobby getting loose there, trying to get around Spain. And it's wild to think that he's sixth and about to go a lap down.
It's quite possible by the end, but before Bobby Hall comes in, there'll only be four guys on the lead lap.
Yeah, absolutely. So Grenier is going to go ahead and pit. Phillips is in the pits now. There's Grenier coming in. Phillips is already in. I think I gotta believe that Grenier saw Phillips come in, knew that he had to go with him because again, only having 10 points on him, he figures he's got to what he's doing so he doesn't lose those points. Bunch of trucks now are pitting. The 113 looks like he was coming in. That's Dan Worth. The 101 Dakota Shepard's coming in,
The leader's in.
and the leader's in. My telemetry too much, not the screen. The leader's coming in as well. That drug him in pretty quick. I mean, that was only maybe 4 more laps that he ran. Completely different than the last go around. So looks like Gordon Spain's probably going to get that'll be short lived, I'm sure. Wes Wagon, the 88 is well. So that's pretty much good field, except for Gordon. Oh, and Highbaugh. Sorry, Highbaugh is still out there.
After how much time Matt Grenier and Chris Phillips gained on Bobby Hall in the last cycle, he really could not afford to stay out much longer.
I don't think so. I think that was pretty much proven, wasn't it? And look, there goes Steven Shue down, cutting that apron to the side, trying to get a 2-1 here. and I think he's going to do it. Brooks does on the outside, not going to be able to do it, and passed a bunch of trucks right there. Gordon Spain's still out there, 93 pounds, seventh.
Steven Shu just let Daniel Worthington by.
And Worthington get around him there.
He can get up to the 5th position. If the race were to end then, he and Matt Granger would be in a tie for the 3rd place in points.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Perfect ending to the season.
So we got 30 laps to go here, and Gordon Spain is still staying out. Bobby Hall's gonna cycle back around, but he's darn near gonna pass him on track. And if I'm Gordon Spain, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have fast tires at the end, but am I gonna have enough time to do anything with them? Would be the question. So Bobby Hall to the inside of Spain for the pass. He's going to go around just like that. Spain is now way behind. I mean, once he pits, he could possibly be 2 laps down, just pitting from where he's at. So I'm guessing he just maybe hoping for a caution here or something. And now he's married to the strategy, right? Now he's got to stay out until he has to have fuel.
Was definitely a bold move. Seems like a lot of the pit cycles have calmed down looking back at the lap times. Daniel Worthington isn't as consistent as Bobby Hall, but he is still the only person on track able to come anywhere close to Bobby Hall's lap times.
Absolutely. Bobby Hall is fast today. Got it figured out, that's for sure. Did a 29 flat there. A couple of 28 eights, you know, but Bobby Hall's last was a 28.5, and that's just, I mean, that's 3/10 better than the, that's that's a lot. And you notice he's not cutting the track. He's not doing anything anybody else isn't doing. Not, he's not attempting that. He's driving the track fast.
The key to a track like this is just to be smooth and consistent. Don't wear down your tires. Just don't, no drama, no nothing. Just smooth, consistent, repetitive every single corner.
And it's so easy to overdrive, as you see so many people doing, them sliding off the corners. That's just overdriving, doing more than the truck can do with the conditions. And you don't see that out of Bobby Hall. Maybe a couple of times, trying to get a pass or something like that. But for the most part, he's just not over, just taking what it'll give him.
This late in the tire run, it feels like eternity from the time you lift off the gas going into a corner till the time you can actually get back on. It is extremely easy to get in the gas too early or stay on the gas too late.
Gordon Spain's still out there. He has fallen back to the 4th position there. Looks like Chris Phillips is probably going to catch him. You see Highbaw's still out there. He just got passed by Grenier. So there goes Phillips. He's going to go around the 38 right there with 55 on the outside. 5, I think, has that apex on his trunk lid.
55 racing him a little bit.
I was racing him a little bit, down a couple of laps. I mean, I can't say he did anything too wrong, but getting contact is, I don't know. I don't know. Now he's looking, now Bobby's looking to take the 88 West Wagon, put a lap down here, ninth position. And with 22 to go, a half second, Bobby Hall's to lose. But if we get a caution, that's going to shake up everything.
Chris Phillips is not having the miracle day that he might have wanted, but he is definitely having another solid race. Currently running in fourth, possibly could get to third before this race is over.
Yeah, when I was talking to him before the race, he was not super confident at this track, but to be sitting here in fourth place, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a solid day.
Probably the only person happier than Bobby Hall right now is Matt Grenier. No competition from Daniel Worthington at all.
Yes,
Running in second, just nobody. He just has to stay consistent, and he's got third place in points.
that is exactly what he's doing. You can got a cushion around him, not a lot of trucks around him, so he can really just ride at this point. And I think that's just exactly what he's happy to do. Final laps. Josh Highball not having a not in the points picture in the top five right now, but having a great day and going to finish top three. And he the second half of this season has really kind of come on, and I'm really looking for him next season to kind of make a little bit more of a splash. I don't know. I just his skills are definitely improving, and so I think that he's going to be a player in the next season.
I was extremely impressed with this show yesterday, and not yesterday, last week, and he's definitely backing it up this week.
Absolutely. See Chris Phillips there trying to do everything to get around him, and just then he's just got to hope that Grenier gets loose and causes himself a few positions, but he's trying everything he can right now to get this one and help himself as much as he can. Going to try the outside here, probably a good idea. Doesn't look like Highball was going to give up the bottom at all. Wrap that outside and maybe get a little momentum off the corner here. Take that pass. Goes. So Chris Phillips back into the third position, but the guy he's fighting still right in front of him. Bobby Hall out there with a 9-second lead. Get this many green flag runs, there's just a whole lot of tight battles on track. So 15 to go, we'll stay on our leader here.
The last thing he wants to see is a caution. Last
Absolutely.
last
Yeah,
last race, he was dominating until the last caution and just fell back almost outside the top 10.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's already got the championship wrapped up, but still wants this race. And you throw a caution in the mix, and what we've seen from Highbaugh, Phillips, Grenier, and then you get Spain that's going to go in and get new tires as well. I mean, it would be an absolute shootout, and that's not what he wants with a almost a 10-second lead.
No, he's probably frustrated right now with these three lap cars all in his way going at it.
Well, the first one is a teammate, and I got to imagine he's telling him, if I get to your bumper, bud, I need it. You know what I mean? And the other ones, though, see what they're doing there. They're fine going three wide, and that's not what he wants to see. The only thing worse than a caution is being in the caution.
Got very loose off that corner. He is struggling right now to hold on.
Trying to find a way. These guys are battling, you know. And it's not like this is for nothing. I mean, Steven Shu and Wes Wigan, they're going for seventh position. You know, I mean, it's they're in the top 10. Uh, they got every right to be there and race. You know,
Yeah, a little bit of contact there.
a little bit.
Both the double zero and the double eight have been extremely impressive today. I'm honestly looking forward, hoping to see them next season, see if they might be able to be in the race for the points.
Who's gonna consider? It's just I know that Bobby's probably telling Wes Wagon there, hey, like I don't need a caution right now, but Wes is one of those drivers. I mean, it's a position and he's gonna fight for it. So as much as he is a team player, he's also also a racer. And keep in mind that the lead to Grenier is not shrinking under this. So, Bobby Hall, 9 laps to go right now as he crosses the stripe. He doesn't have to get around these guys. And so, I know he sees that. And while he would like to get around them, he's not going to push the issue here.
Yeah, all he's got to do is keep it clean. Looks like he's going to get to the inside of Steven Shu. Played the pass on him. Now the only guy he's got left for a while is his teammate.
Yeah, and that's gonna help him right there. Just a little peace of mind that the only guy in front is a teammate. Wes is not going to be driving the same now that he's already completed that pass and solidified himself in the 7th position for the race.
Joshua Highball has fallen off significantly the past couple laps. He's about to get passed by Daniel Worthington for the 4th position.
Looks like that has
And
happened. As I go there, it looks like we're got that position from him. I feel like Josh was on a long run or something like that. But still has 6+ seconds, 6th place, so that's probably as far as he's actually going to fall right now. Bobby Hall just continues to run behind his teammate here, exactly what he needs to do. The lead Grenier has come down maybe a few tenths since the last time I checked, but that is not going to get it done with that kind of a lead. So, got coming around to 5 to go here. Close this thing out.
ooh, very loose in that corner.
There's Matt Grenier in 2nd position, and he's got about 4 seconds plus to Chris Phillips behind him. So, really no close competition right now in this top 5 or 6 on the lead lap. That 24 of Alex Foster looks to be a little bit slower than these guys up front here. So before this is over, Bobby may have to pull off that throttle again. Like Wes is actually doing pretty good on the outside with his speed. You look at that launch off the corner. He made that pass look pretty easy. Bobby goes up there and does the same.
Bobby Hall has pulled off a flawless race today. No mistakes except for maybe a few wiggles and slides because of the worn tires and stuff like that. But
Definitely less than others, and that's why he's that. It would have been great to see what would have happened with him and Healy if Healy didn't have that disconnect, but that's the breaks, and here we are, two to go. Bobby Hall has got 10-second lead and in control.
Hey, man, it's in the wall a little bit right there.
So final lap here for Bobby Hall, come around, get the win at Phoenix in our finale, and get the championship. He's going to be able to pull both of them off today. That's one heck of a way to finish the season, even though he didn't need it. Bobby Hall has done it. Grenier's going to come in second. Phillips is going to be third. Bobby Hall is going to get our championship, and it looks like that's going to put Alex Healy second, and Grenier is going to be in third in the championship as well. So those are our top three podium finishers, I should say. I'll get it out for the league, and we will get an interview here with our top finishers, who are also going to be a couple of our top finishers for the season. So let's get on those guys. Let's do Chris Phillips first, even though he's going to be the least happy to speak to us today. Let's see. There he is.
This is a baby.
Hey, Chris, Matthew, the booth. You got me.
Yes, sir.
Hey, well, great finish today. I mean, in driver's meeting, you didn't think you liked this track that much, but top three is not bad.
No, I do not like this, and I came in cold. Like I didn't. I ran like 4 laps when I got off work today, and then I just parked her and saw what we got here, and so it was pretty good. I'll take her.
Yeah, good run.
Nice, Bobby. Nice.
Yeah, unfortunately for the championship, last week kind of did you in, but I think going forward, next season is probably going to be a lot more fun, and we'll see you back there again, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was a lot of self inflicted stuff this year, but congrats to Bobby. It was a hell of a run this year for him, man. I don't know where I ended up, but I think I had to beat Matt, and he was pretty tough today. All those Flex boys were. They've been practicing pretty hard, and we don't do that. We just drink and turn laughs.
Absolutely. There's a little bit different strategy, but hey, still competitive. So I mean, you did
Yeah,
a great
exactly.
job. Great finish in third place, and hey, in a few weeks we're going to move on to season 2, and we get to reset and do it all over again.
What was that?
So I said after this, we get to reset into season 2. So the points will reset, and we'll start all over again and do it again in season 2.
Yeah, man. I can't wait. I'm hopeful I get to race the full season. We got some stuff here moving around, and hopefully buying some land and stuff like that. Life happens, so I'm
Yeah.
I'm I'm gonna be in there. I'm gonna race when I can, and I hopefully I can make every race. We'll see.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, hey, great season, great finish for third place. Give us your friends, family, teammates, sponsors. Who do you want to thank for tonight?
Uh, Always got to thank the man upstairs first, and then my wife. Uh, Second off, Foothills Motorsports and boys. Love them to death, man. We just have a great time together, racing and having fun, and that's what it's all about. Chris Barker, Stephen Shue, Jeffrey Lefford, and our newest member there, Alex. We have a good time together. And then you, man, you for this league, you do a great job. Hopefully next year we'll see you down here on the track. I'll see you in my rearview mirror. See, thank James Wagner Welding for all he's done for me and progressed me through my career, and like that's how I met you guys. And
Yep.
thanks for him. He's out there in Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Mag Real Estate there in San Antonio, and Natural Life, and all our sponsors came on. Uh, Man, remind me who it was tonight.
Tonight's
I'm,
Apex
I was
Apex
not.
Grading and Landscaping.
Yes, thank you for coming on tonight. I'm sorry, I did not expect. I usually have a little notepad over here. I would have put your name on here. Did not expect to be even up here. So, thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. Congrats, Bobby and Alex. I'm sorry about Alex, man. That was tough for him.
Oh man, that
Tough.
stinks, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yep. I'll shut up now.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, congratulations again on third place. We'll see you in a few weeks.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, Matt.
All right. All right, there you go. There's our third place finisher. Let's go to Matt Grenier now. I think he's probably already off track. I saw their whole flex team doing a bunch of burnouts, so they're having a good time over there. Matt, this is Matthew. Got me?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing pretty good, buddy. You can't be too mad about second place and second place in the standings, or third place. Sorry, Alex is still going to get that, I think, but probably third place in standings. So you got yourself on the podium, second place tonight. Pretty good out there, wouldn't you say?
You know, I'm not going to complain. Alex and Bobby are the class of the field tonight. I had a fast truck, but not as fast as them. So it's unfortunate what happened to Alex with the connection issue, but I'll take a second place any day.
Yeah, absolutely. It was pretty slick out there, huh?
Yeah, the track was a little warm, not as bad as the past couple weeks, but you know, just good throttle control and keep the tires under you. Definitely made a difference in not overheating them and being able to run the line you needed to run.
Absolutely. Well, you did pretty good at it because there was a lot of guys that were pretty loose and pretty squirrely. We got to see it from the booth, so I'm glad it felt good for you. But there was some people struggling. But hey, great run. Give us your friends, family, sponsors. Who do you want to thank for tonight's race and for the season?
For the race, for the season, I got to thank the Team Flex guys. We had good strategy all year. We worked well together. Great group of guys to work with. I really enjoy our team and everything that we do each week. Got to thank my parents for watching each week. I want to thank my wife and daughter for letting me take the time each Wednesday night to do this. I want to thank, we had Apex Grading come on. Someone said they're out of Maryland. My wife is from Maryland, so I love that connection. So I'm glad they're aboard.
Cool.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Want to thank obviously the league for and everything you do, Matt, for putting this on. You have a great league. I really enjoy being here. Mag Real Estate. Let's see, who else do we have to thank here? I'm sure there's
No, you got a
others that
bunch
I'm
of them.
missing, but
Yeah. You got enough for one night. You're good.
yeah, I think I'm good. You never can thank enough people, but I just want to thank everyone that comes out and watches and everyone in the league that races. It's a good time and I really enjoy this. So
Absolutely.
just thank you.
All right, very good. Well, congratulations on second place on the race and third in the season. Looking forward to what you can do next year, and we'll see you in a few weeks.
Thank you. Pretty excited about it. Can't wait.
Right. All right, there's Matt Grenier. Now we're going to talk to Bobby Hall. Bobby, Matthew in the booth. You got me?
Hey, Mr. Gall. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good, man. So, man of the hour, huh? So great race. First of all, you and Healy were going at it, and you know, bummer what happened to him. But man, you had a fast truck. You guys put in the practice and looked great out there tonight.
Yeah, we tried to get together as much as we could and run, and we tried to run with AI to try to understand how the truck would work and slick tires and with a hot track. I think the corner, mid corner speed is what played a factor in a lot of setting up passes.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for Alex, I was racing behind him, and then all of a sudden, boom, he was gone. And we're talking in Discord, and nothing, and then we seen a pack of loss, and everybody's like, God dang it.
Yeah, that's just tough. That's got to be a sinking feeling because he had a great truck. Not sure if he was going to pull it off, but man, had a great run going. But anyways, so
yeah, I told him I think he had a good shot. I told him.
Yeah, yep. That's the breaks though. When we play video games, it happens. So, but hey, that hands it to you. You had a great season. I mean, every time it looked like you were down in a race, you came back, you fought back and battled back, and ended up scrapping whatever points you could get out of it, and that's ultimately what gets you here. I don't know many seasons that have 20 races that finish as close as this one did, and so and obviously it's a lot of flex guys. So you guys do a great job out there, and it's fun to watch y'all race.
Yeah, without us running into each other on the sim, it's a great group of guys. Glad Matthew Grenier jumped on board, and you never know, we might look for more people to hang out with. That's just the fun of the nature.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on season 1 championship, on winning the race. You Give us your friends, family, teammates, sponsors. Who do you want to thank?
Well, I was going back through all our Discord sponsors, and I decided just to paint my truck green and put every sponsor that contributed this year on the truck. So during the broadcast, hopefully they seen the truck, seen everybody's logo, Alpha One, Mag Real Estate, Mag Natural Life, the Foothill guys, great team of guys.
Yeah.
High Voltage, the rock and roll band, maybe they should play some music in here sometime and see what they got going on. Of course, the Flex guys, like I said, the fans watching, Race Control, Mr. Penguin, Mr. Gall, the owner, broadcaster, and of course the sponsor for tonight. It was what was I can't
Apex.
remember.
Yep.
Apex Construction.
Yep.
Hey, if you're hearing me, I drive a real race car. Hook me up.
Shameless plug. Why not? All right. So, all right. Well, very good, man. Hey, congratulations on all of it. Great season. Great to have Flex on board with us. I'm looking forward to season 2. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm hoping I can drive with you, and every once in a while, maybe finish in front of you. We'll see.
Heck yeah, I'm not afraid to rub bumpers with you anytime.
All right, buddy. Great season. Congratulations. We'll see you in a few weeks in season 2.
Heck yeah.
All right, there you go. There's your champion. Man, you just caught us at the end of the season, but it is some fun racing in this league, is it not?
This league is so much fun. I cannot believe 20 races. The points were this tight at the end. Honestly, I can't wait till next season. I expect to see a lot of the same contenders and possibly a few new ones. And I heard a rumor that you're going to be driving next season.
That's the idea. I'd love to get back in the truck. I started the season in the truck and then started broadcasting. And while I do love it, it's time for me to drive again. So we'll hopefully get that done. But I mean, it was great working with you. Thanks again to Apex Grading and Landscaping for coming on for this race. Again, they're out of Pennsylvania, Maryland. Dang it, there's another state there. Sorry. But just happy to have those guys on board. Thank you for coming out and watching. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it, and we will hopefully see y'all back again at some point. But that's going to be it for season 1. Bobby Hall Jr. gets to the championship, and I can't wait for season 2. But we'll take a few weeks off here, do a little charity race for charity that is really cool that helps kids called Casey Cares, and see if we can raise some money for them in the off season. And then we'll be back at season 2 in a few weeks, and we will see you all there for season 1. We're signing off. Take care, y'all.